Hi, I'm Mac McCarthy, and I help people with their breakups. And today I have another breakup story to share. And if you have a breakup story you'd like to share, please visit writemac.com. Send it in, and I possibly could give you a take just like this. If you'd like to take it a step further, please feel free to book a live coaching session. If not, okay. And if you like this video, throw it a like. If you have some comments to help this individual out, please put them down below. And if you really like my videos, then subscribe. Let's get into it. So, hi, Mac. I got a breakup here. I've watched and appreciate your advice. Well, thank you kindly, my friend. You seem to know what you are talking about. I'm 35. My ex is 32. We were together for 5 years. We lived together for the last 4 years. Great way to start. Give me some context of what's going on here. So 35, 32, so your age is about the same. We're together 5 years, and you lived together for 4 years. It's an upper echelon of connection when you live together that long. I was planning on asking her to marry me. We broke up 2 weeks ago, and I know it's over. We aren't getting back together. Wow, I don't hear that often. Usually everyone wants to know how they get back together. She crossed the line of my pride. About 3 months ago, she started complaining that we never do anything fun or adventurous. So I took her skydiving. Well, that's adventurous. Good for you, man. So you stepped up to the plate. You're like, all right, I'm down. It was out of character for me, but I said, fuck it. While at the skydiving school, the instructor was only openly flirting with my girlfriend, and she was receptive. That's awkward, isn't it? I've been in that situation before where there's been someone, not a skydiving instructor, but someone flirting with my girlfriend openly in front of me. Not crossing the line, but I think there's a certain level where your girlfriend should take responsibility and cut it off at some point, because a guy's going to be a guy, and there's sleazy guys out there that have no respect. And the idea that you're going to get in a fight over it, if it's playful, like what level is it at, right? What's being said. But I've been in a restaurant before where some older drunk guy comes over to my girlfriend and goes, "You're beautiful," and just like shakes her head and kind of laugh it off. I mean, is that crossing the line? I don't know. I mean, it's a great compliment, and the girlfriend loves it, right? Even if she says, "Oh my God, where'd he come from?" You know, way out of line as a professional. Of course, if he's a skydiving instructor, I'm sure, that's unprofessional. But at the same time, he's a man. He's attracted to your girl, and it happens. It happens. He told her that her next dive would be free and that she won some special award for new skydivers coming. Now he's pouring it on, dude. I didn't receive the same offer. Yeah, no, this is going way too far. My ex immediately booked the next free dive for the next weekend. She was all in. I felt speechless, like I was watching a bad movie. What the fuck? Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm picturing this situation. I'm going like, what do you do? Do you step in and say no and make a scene? That's option number one. Do you just confront the guy and say, "Hey, what the fuck is this shit?" You know, what do you? I mean, so I'm interested. So he wrote, "She said I was overreacting and could go with her. Here's the thing: it wasn't in my budget to go again. I didn't really want to go to witness this guy all over my woman. I told her I didn't want her to go. She replied, 'I'm going.'" Yeah, this is an interesting dynamic here. I think that if she's not interested in the skydiving instructor, then she should seriously think about your feelings and the idea that she's your girlfriend and the responsibility that goes along with that, and that this is not just like a harmless invite. This guy was going out of her way to hit on her and give her a free dive, and you weren't allowed to go. I mean, the way it sounds, if you were being hit on by a woman, would you go or would you not go? Interesting dynamic here. I haven't seen a story like this. "You are just being jealous," she said. "I'm not a jealous guy. This was crossing the line." I mean, what would you have done, Mac? I'm a little bit speechless because in that situation, I'd have to see exactly how he was acting. If he was being playful, or if he was doing like a little touch on the back and interaction that way. But the idea, I definitely think he was hitting on her. And I definitely think you should have a discussion about it. And the fact that she's saying she wants to go anyways, I think that you have to see this through, because if you guys have a good relationship and you trust her, I don't like the way this smells either, but I don't think you can tell her no. She's not a child. She's not a pet. And the more that you tell an individual, no, you can't do that, it becomes an ultimatum, and it becomes something like, yeah, I can. So you're going to have to see this through. Let her know how you feel. There's a really good set of ways of looking at this. Observe what happened. Tell your feelings. Make a request. I think there's one more set I've talked about in another video. But observe what happened. This guy hit on your girl. It pissed you off. That's what you want to convey to her. And then you say, look, I really wouldn't like you to go on this trip. She says no. I don't think you can go no and go all off. You gotta see it through. I mean, what would you have done? Really, I want to know. Anyhow, she went. She was then offered a sideline job with them, of course, doing ads on social media, and she's got a commission and soon more free dives. I wasn't invited to these free dives. In a matter of 3 months, she went on 4 free dives, had drinks and dinner with the guy 3 times to discuss business. Yeah, this is stacking. This is gonna end in a bad way, I can tell already. All the while, my girlfriend was becoming more distant, less sex, less affection, less smiles. Yeah, more than likely, she's interested in what the guy's offering. Our relationship went from great to bad quickly, and you were making an effort to be more adventurous. Finally, I said I wasn't comfortable with the relationship, and she'd have to stop working there, or I was done. Ultimatum, I had to, right? No, you didn't have to. You didn't have to. You don't have to do anything. But in this particular case, it's what boiled over. It's like it builds up, and then it boils over like a pot, and you're just like, fuck this. This is your choice. And ultimatums usually end badly because people don't like to be told what they can or cannot do. That being said, you still need to be strong about what's acceptable in a relationship, what's not acceptable, because if you don't give this ultimatum and you let her continue, seeing this guy and having drinks and working with him, and this guy's interested in her, I mean, what do? Accept that? Probably not. So at some point, the idea of you keep on saying, I don't really like this, and she keeps on doing it, there's no good answer to this. There's no good option. She said she wouldn't put in a She said she wouldn't be put in a corner or controlled, just like I said, and moved out that weekend. Guess who helped her move out? The skydive instructor. At this point, I don't want her back. I just want to know, was I wrong? Did I treat this wrong? Have you ever seen someone change this quick? Well, I like the idea that you don't want her back, because at this point, sounds like she's highly attracted to another individual. She's pivoted off of you. Even though your relationship was good, your intentions were good on going on the skydiving trip, this can happen to anyone. You're human. You can become attracted to other people. You can meet people at workplaces. You can meet people at skydiving events, and this can happen. And the idea that you're done is a good thing, because I don't see how you could take her back and trust her or not think that what happened was okay. So at this point, I think you need to move forward with your head up, and you handled things pretty well. The ultimatum did end the relationship in a lot of ways at this point, but you also had to have your standards of what you expect and don't expect in a relationship, and are you going to get walked over? And I think at this point, from what you told me, there's a good chance that she might have left anyways. She was, what a lot of times, not just women, but men do the same thing, they don't want to be the bad guy. So they'll keep pushing it. They'll let you bubble over. You'll be the bad guy. And then when you're the bad guy, it's like, well, you're the one that wanted to break up with me, and it makes them feel a little bit better. And that's what this was. He writes, how do I stop thinking about her and this new guy? That's going to take a while. Stay off all social media, of course. I mean, you guys were together a while. This is gonna stay with you for a little while. Stay busy, stay active, stay working. And when the image or the problem with her comes in your head, don't get angry and fight it. Deal with it. This is going to take some time to heal from this. But I don't think in any way you did something directly wrong when the situation arises like this. So I hope that helps you. Please visit writemac.com if you have a breakup story you'd like to share, or if you'd like to book a live coaching session. Thank you for supporting the channel.